Hey, what's up guys, Moshe Kanikov here. Today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about an extremely important subject. Vital points, and more specifically, attacking the eyes. Why would you want to attack the eyes? Basically, the eyes are very easy to get to. Okay, they're in hand range if I'm close enough to the attacker. And the second thing is, if someone does not see, it's very hard for him to fight back and definitely to attack you. Now, if we look at professional fighters, let's say UFC for instance, these guys go full force, almost no rules, and sometimes these guys get poked in the eye and they have to stop the fight. Sometimes, okay? Now, that's why the eyes are extremely effective. Maybe 8 years ago, I was giving a training session to this first response team in one of the Jewish communities. Basically, a first response team. I'm also in a first response team here and where I live in my settlement, my community. Basically, our mission is, if God forbid there's a terrorist attack, we have our gear, our bulletproof vest, our M16, and our mission is, God forbid, to try to minimize damage and try to kill the terrorist as soon as possible. Every second that a terrorist is in a Jewish community, it means people are dead. It's like an active shooter coming into a school or in a high school or whatever, elementary school. The same thing, God forbid, happened many times in Jewish communities in Israel. And that's why our mission is to try to stop the attack as soon as possible. Now, I was training this team, and in the middle of the training we were doing like hand-to-hand combat, we were doing Krav Maga, knife fighting and things like that. In the middle of the training I hear, "Ah!" and I see a guy falling down on the ground holding his eye. Now what happened is, I found out after, we were doing knife fighting with head protection, and the rubber knife went through the bars on the helmet and went into the guy's eye. Now this guy was a big strong guy, and in a second he fell down on the floor. That's how you see how effective an eye strike is. Now, after I did something to prevent that of happening again, of course it won't happen and people will be fine. At the end, thank God he was fine. Okay, he went to the hospital to check in and everything was okay. So he was fine, thank God. Now, another incident, okay, so before that, how can I attack the eyes? I could throw something in his eye, okay, I could throw sand, I could pepper spray him in the face, I could use any kind of spicy, something spicy or acid or thing like that. Of course I have to use my common sense. Someone that got a little angry at me, I won't throw acid in his eyes. Now, many years ago in the 70s, Jewish planes, El Al planes were being hijacked, and the Israeli government didn't know what to do with it. So there's this Jewish guy, he was in the States, he made Aliyah, he came to Israel, and he was professional in instinct shooting with a pistol and things like that, because that's what you need in a plane. If God forbid there's a terrorist attack in a plane, you have to shoot very accuracy so you don't hit anyone around you. And that was his profession, and he was teaching them. Now in the beginning, these security guards that were undercover had no firearm for all these, I don't know, political reasons, I don't know exactly which reasons. And after there was a terrorist attack again, so they said, okay, have your gun. So before that they had nothing basically. They had their hands and their common sense and their awareness. So this Dave Beckerman, his name was, he used to tell them, listen, keep some sand in your pocket, and then if there's a terrorist, you throw the sand in the guy's eye, and then you could attack him, follow up with strikes or things like that. So that's an option, to throw something at the guy's face, or attack. How do you attack? You could use your thumbs like this, or you could do an eye jab, it's called. You're doing the same movement as a punch, but instead of closing your fist, you're aiming with your fingers to the guy's eye. Now, you're going upward. Okay, so same movement like a regular jab or a cross, a punch, but you're aiming for the eye. Okay, you could break your fingers if you hit the guy's forehead, but that's you have to think if it's better that maybe you'll break your fingers, or maybe you'll get the guy out of the game, out of the fight, the attacker. Okay. The third option is just poke the guy in the eye, put your finger through the eye. Now, it's not comfortable to talk about these things, but if God forbid you find yourself with someone that's trying to attack you, it could be a terrorist, God forbid, it could be someone that wants to do something bad to you. You have to be willing and prepared physically and mentally to do what it takes to go home safely. Okay? Poke someone in the eye. Now, a real quick story about poking someone in the eye. There was this special forces team that wanted to arrest a terrorist in Gaza Strip. This terrorist, he was his mission was basically to assassinate any civilian in Gaza that was trying to help Israel. And he was a big, strong guy. He was a 5th degree black belt in karate, and they wanted to arrest him alive. I don't know. They had their reasons. They knew where he was, and they closed on his vehicle. He jumped out of the vehicle and started running. A couple guys ran after him, and he started fighting to them. He was throwing at them rocks. He was cursing them. He was fighting, and they did not know what to do. One of the guys came. He put his finger in this terrorist's eye. He choked him, and that's how they managed to arrest this murderer. Okay, so the eyes is extremely effective. It's usually relevantly easy to get to. If it's close, if you're in range, you could throw something. You could use throw your keys at him. You could throw your hat in his face, and then you give you time to kick him in the groin or something. Or you could poke the guy in the eye. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you will not need to use it, but if you will, you'll do it in the best way, and you'll be able to protect yourself and your family. You guys are definitely welcome to share this video, help other people to be more prepared, more ready physically and mentally to deal with all kinds of bad punks and terrorists and all kinds of bad people. And at the end, more good people to be strong, be prepared. That's definitely what I believe in. So guys, have an awesome week. And if you did not subscribe until now, this is the time, and hit the bell below, because to get updated on any new videos that I'll upload. And have an awesome week, guys. Make sure you train, be aware, and have an awesome week. Bam, bam, bam.